Sorry for the long gap between this and the last video. I've been suffering from a deadly disease called procrastination. Seriously? Who are you talking to? Am I hit with a truck in the future or something? So Ctrl-Alt-Delete Season 2. So due to the gods being against me, and the fact they were pretty much scamming people by forcing them to pay for it, the show was apparently successful enough to warrant a second season. Before we get into the episodes, there are some very interesting changes between this and the first season. First of all, Blind Ferret and their creepy intro are gone. Apparently they hated working on the first season and it ended up bankrupting them. Oof. And all the voice actors from the first season are also gone. Apparently Tim Buckley had something to do with it. Considering this is the same guy who threatened to sue a minor, I wouldn't put it past him. Now on to the first episode. So the episode starts with a pointless dream sequence where Ethan fights a bunch of zombies and a Darth Vader parody. You already did this in the last episode. And saves some random celebrity I've never heard of. This entire scene could be cut out and nothing would change. You may notice the animation looks even worse than the first season. It seems we've now gone from Family Guy to Go Animate. Wherever that money was going, it was definitely not on the series. Despite the change in animation, they couldn't be bothered to change the intro. When the plot actually starts, it's about Ethan's Xbox getting the red ring of death. Very timeless indeed.
Microsoft customer support, how may I help you?
Hi, yes, my Xbox 360 stopped working. It's flashing the 3 red lights.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, sir. I'll be happy to help you out. We do have a repair service set up for that particular issue.
I think this might be racist.
Today is my day off.
I'm sorry, but that's just not... Well, it's just not physically possible.
Could you have not just done another take? So he goes to the job he somehow has and steals another Xbox. Yet despite being such a gamer and an Xbox fanboy to the point he sleeps with the thing, he somehow doesn't know that his game data wouldn't carry over on different Xboxes. The voice actor was not paid enough for this. As a side note, to give some genuine praise, the voice acting in this and the first season is actually pretty good, even if what the characters are saying make me want to jump out the window. He tries to get the Xbox back but can't. That's at the end. Yes, even with only 8 minutes to fill, there's still filler in this. Pathetic. Compared to most of the episodes in the first season, this wasn't the worst thing in the world, but it also wasn't anything noteworthy either. Whoever is writing these still doesn't know how to structure jokes, and it still feels like there are barely any.
Ethan?
Nope, I'm fine.
Ethan!
No, just let me end it.
Not on store property. My insurance won't cover it.
Ouch. I need a week off for medical leave now, and also to play Mass Effect.
No.
Then, maybe just a Band-Aid?
Yes, that is how the episode ends. Thank you, good night. For some reason the episode starts with a few seconds of complete silence. Whoever was editing the audio clearly wasn't doing his job. So the episode starts by revealing that Ethan has been kicked from every store. For what is never explained. I genuinely cannot tell if I am meant to like Ethan or not. In this or the webcomic, he is given almost zero redeeming qualities. Yet I'm supposed to believe he has a job, is able to get a girlfriend and roommate, yet is almost never shown being friendly to them. But at the same time he's Tim Buckley's self-insert. This is another example of a scene that could have been taken out and nothing would change. Most of this scene is mostly pointless filler. All it establishes is that Ethan wants to get in shape to impress his girlfriend. All you needed to do to convey this was start the episode at the gym. Have Ethan say something about trying to impress Lila. Hijinks ensue. You barely knew how to fill out 5 minutes. How did you think extending the episode runtime was a good idea? As for the rest of the episode, I want you to guess what happens. Does Ethan A gets fit and successfully impresses Lila? B. Ethan tries to get fit and fails in comedic ways? Or C. Ethan fucks around and does nothing and you're expected to start bawling with laughter at him being stupid, with that being the only joke they tell? I'll give you a second. Place your bets now. There is no place to bet. Time's up. It's B. Oh wait, it's actually C. Ethan does nothing but fuck around for most of the episode and that is the only joke.
Aw, honey, that's so sweet. But you never have to change who you are for me, you know that.
He has literally tried to kill you before. I think the first episode may have gaslit me. I thought for a moment we would at least be getting to average episodes from now on, but no, it seems we're back to complete shit. Next episode. Lila goes to a Team Fortress 2 tournament, while Ethan and Lucas fuck around and do nothing. Yes, that is it. It's weird. Season 1 objectively had worse episodes, but I genuinely think I'd rather watch any of those over these any day. They at least gave me something to talk about. This is the most nothing to ever nothing. These better start getting interesting soon.
And more comedy! Guest appearance by Nicole Richie on Fox.
Wait, we lost your pen.
This is the only vaguely funny joke in the episode, and the season up until now.
Hello? Hello?
Ethan gets himself stuck in the bathroom. He tries to escape but can't, but then he does. There's a cliffhanger with a penguin that goes nowhere. I'm falling asleep. Don't you mean loss? I am so bored. You know, for an episode called Quest, it is almost impressive how little is going on. Almost all the scenes are characters standing around talking about things that don't matter. There is almost no questing to speak of. Oh my god, is that Caillou? This really is GoAnimate. That has been the only highlight of the episode. And the entire series up until now. Nothing happens for the rest of the episode. At least nothing worth mentioning. For some reason I was let down by this one. An episode taking place inside an RPG is actually a good idea. But they lack the talent or fucks to give to do anything with the idea. What a waste.
Hey baby, could you check to see if my melons are ripe?
Yes, they're ripe and juicy.
Lila tells Ethan to clean the house on the promise of sex. Do I need to say it? He tries to get Rosie from the Jetsons to clean the house for him. She doesn't. I like to think the only reason they chose to make this Rosie was because they couldn't be asked to come up with their own made robot design.
Okay, I need you to vacuum the floors in here and then take out the garbage. And then when you're done in there...
I don't know about this. Where am I? Where's Mr. Jetson?
Bitch, you do what I tell you, or you're gonna get the battery again.
What a likable character. Ethan tries to clean but can't. Tim Buckley has the nerve to self-insert himself into the episode. He says nothing funny and leaves. This really does parallel his actual career. Lila ends up doing everything for Ethan. That's at the end. This is probably the worst episode so far. The last one at least had a concept that could make for a good story. This has nothing. I am so sick of this format of setting up a vague outline of a plot, and then filling the rest of the episode with nothing. At least with the worst episodes of other shows, at least something is happening. Even the first season did this a little bit. This is another two-parter and it's longer than the last one. Maybe this time they'll remember to have a plot. Who am I kidding, they won't. So Ethan gets thrown into an insane asylum for breaking a bunch of statues. How he wasn't already is beyond me. And yes, this is all that happens in the first part.
Let's begin. What do you see, Ethan?
A baby on fire.
Interesting. Okay, and what do you see now?
A baby on fire.
And now?
A baby on fire.
Very interesting. Very interesting. So you saw a baby on fire in all of these cards?
Okay, that is the best joke in the series so far. And one of the few that counts as an actual joke. But sadly the second part is mostly just pointless filler where almost nothing happens. Zeke ends up kidnapping the therapist and forces him to release Ethan from the mental hospital. Zeke has been in some of these episodes so far but has done almost nothing noteworthy. And his new voice actor isn't as good as the old one. This is the first episode I actively disliked him. How the mighty have fallen. So the episode ends with the therapist being traumatized and Ethan makes fun of him. What a likable character. I swear even less happens in this than the last two-parter despite being longer. How does that even happen? Like the last two-parter, this had no right being 2 parts long. Almost nothing happened. In fact, it has no right existing at all. So the episode starts with Ethan being a douche to a customer. We have almost come full circle. But at least in the first episode they had the dignity to have it last a few seconds. This one on the other hand goes on and on. The plot actually starts when Zeke and Lucas prank call Ethan about a zombie invasion. And the rest of the episode is Ethan fucking around and doing nothing. This has been a trend for the entire season up to this point. There is almost nothing I can add that I haven't said for the other episodes. They really have just given up at this point.
Brian, look out! Ah, Brian!
Making that edit has been more entertaining than watching the entire series up to this point. Oh my god, final episode. It's a 3-parter even. You can really tell they pulled out all the stops for this one. Highlights include them forgetting to color in Ethan for a few frames, and them not being bothered to finish a background here. As for the plot, Ethan somehow invents a cloning machine. The clone takes over Ethan's life. They rip off the chicken fight from Family Guy but as shittily as possible. They defeat the clone. That's it. It ends on a cliffhanger that goes nowhere. Fuck off. Oh my god, fuck off. Yeah, so that was somehow even worse than the first season. At least during the first season it got so bad there was at least something to say about every episode. But here I was somehow both annoyed and bored at the same time. A day from now I am not going to remember what happens in a single one of these. And that's because genuinely almost nothing happens the entire season. Even more than the first season. I cannot believe they expected this to air on television. I cannot believe they thought this was worth charging money for. This.
Excuse me, hi. Yeah, I've decided I don't want to play this game. Can I have my chips back?
I'm sorry, sir, we just can't do that.
This.
Whoa!
I would not be surprised if this entire season was just a tax write-off. It feels like they had already started running out of ideas and the first season barely had any to begin with. If this was a free series on Newgrounds or something it would still be bad but it wouldn't be as insulting. I have taken shits that are more valuable than this series. Fuck you, Control-Alt-Delete. I am glad to be done with you. Wait, I see what's going on here. You're not trying to help me. You're trying to ruin my stardom. I'll have 9 million subscribers right now, you'll see. Now watch as I blow them all away.
So a person from the Neo-CC steps away from what they normally talk about to talk about Pokemon and fails every which way you cut.
God, that made me want to shoot myself. Wait, I just...